Hello boys and girls, and welcome to my Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls pet guide. Today I will be showcasing the full physical pet build. We'll start off with a rundown of gear pieces to aim for and which skills to use, followed by some pros and cons associated with the setup and some gameplay footage. Well, gear wise, this build requires a fair amount of pieces to come into full effect. There will be some choices in which set pieces that you take and where, but I'll first highlight the main elements this build is built around. Namely the 4-piece Marauder set bonus, the Cloak, the Garwolf, and a set of Tasker and Theos. You might also want to bring a Royal Grander. Mine isn't the best out there yet, but it isn't required if you just want the companion builds to work and you don't plan on using additional set bonuses like Natalia's and stuff like that. These two pieces combo really well together. First off, the 4-piece Marauder bonus gives you a giant boost in pretty much every area you want, since you gain the bonuses from every companion the Demon Hunter has available, both passive and active. You get your little Spider Dude. Spider Dude gives you some crowd control, mainly a slow, and a slow on the active. You've got the Bat that offers you some hatred regen and a punishment style hatred boost. If you use it, you get the Boar. The Boar gives you life regeneration, I think about 4k, and a whopping 20% all resistant bonus, so that's pretty sexy. The Ferrets. These little two guys, they boost your movement speed with 10%. That's cool. They're horribly cute, as you can see. They know what they're doing. They're just looking around. It's pretty nice. I don't know why my wolf hasn't eaten one of them yet, but let's hope that doesn't happen. And the best thing about them is they're pretty much the best thing about Marauder set bonus, because they pick up all the gold. We're all too lazy to pick up gold anyway, and now we got these two little guys pick up gold, and they tickle mobs as well. It's pretty fun. And obviously you have your wolves. As you can see, normally with the 4-piece Marauder bonus you only get one. Cloak of the Garwolf gives you 2 extra, so that's pretty nice. These guys, they hit for 160 weapon damage. That's pretty much as a, well, not an entangling shot, but say a hungering arrow damage wise. It's a cleave, so it hits everything in front of them, which is pretty goddamn sexy. And of course also on use, when I press my number 3 button, I also get the 30% party-wide DPS bonus that everybody loves. Now you obviously have these 3 big wolves running around because of that Cloak of the Garwolf. The build gets a lot better though. All of these pets are all affected by the 43% attack bonus, attack speed bonus that you get from your Tasker and Theos. So besides hitting like a truck, they'll also be hitting a lot faster. To illustrate the effectiveness of these little companions, let's just have a look at a little test on T3. We're just going to let the pets DPS, and you'll see how much of an effect and how much damage they actually pull off. So in order to find a good and fun way to test out and see how these pets actually do damage wise, we're going to see if we can manage to do a Torment 3 chest event, just the pets DPSing. It's going to be a bit exciting, never given this a try, so we'll see how far they get. The damage should be pretty interesting to witness, regardless of whether we make it or not. But as you can see, these guys do pack a wallop. I seem to be racing through these mobs relatively fast. Already 30 kills, quite exciting. See if we can make it. The amount of pets is going up. 50. I think we're gonna make this just fine. I do have to start running around now though. These guys are starting to tickle me a bit. Yep, no problem whatsoever. So, Torment 3, just pets. There's Cursed Shrine. I'd say that's a pretty good DPS number.
You won't survive that! You'll need this.
Alright, on the skills. Which skills you want to use in combination with this pet build is pretty much up to you. But since all your companions scale off the physical damage, I'd recommend sticking with skills like Multi-Shot and Strafe and Rapid Fire. Impale maybe. Anything that deals physical DPS mainly is a good choice, because you're going to be wanting to stack as much physical skill damage bonuses on your gear as possible to make them do as much damage as you possibly can. I personally like Strafe and Multi-Shot. Strafe and Multi-Shot allow me to dodge, or Strafe mostly allows me to dodge very nasty arcane beams and plague pools. Molten fixes, stuff like that, while still doing damage mid-move. Multi-Shot allows you to mow down those big packs of mobs that you generally run across. Use it with broadside. 460% weapon damage is pretty sexy. you deal tons of damage in a big wide cone straight ahead of you. For my primary, entangling shot with bounty hunter, the 80% slow is really good if you want to get away from really fast mobs, slow goblins, those fast backward chains that keep dancing around you. You can just slow them, and your pets can keep up. You can do damage every 2 seconds to keep your entangling shot refreshed, and just strafe and multi-shot anything down that comes relatively close. Obviously you have to use your companion, else you don't have all the sexy little pets. And for my defensive and my disciplined burner, I use smokescreen with healing vapors. Little skill makes you invulnerable for anything for pretty much a second. With healing vapor it gives you 50% heal. And if we look at the passives, besides archery, which is obvious, I've taken tactical advantage. It also gives me a 60% movement speed, which I really like. You can reposition really fastly in between your fights. If you want to get away from something or move around something, a tactical advantage when you pop your smoke screen is really good. And say you've cleared an area, there's no more mobs, and you've all seen them low density areas, and you want to run to the next group of mobs fast, you can just push your smoke screen, you get 60% movement speed, and you can race off and clear rifts and bounties relatively quickly. Blood Vengeance is one of the other passives that I've gotten in my build. I use it alongside this guy, and if you sparingly move over those healing globes when you see them spawn, this plus Blood Vengeance is going to pretty much pop your hatred up to full, and give you some nice discipline as well. It just keeps you into the fight longer, and it keeps your DPS high and up for a long period of time. The last one is Perfectionist. I just like the lower discipline cost and a little bit of extra toughness, but this obviously depends on your gear. If you're higher on toughness, you don't need this. You can add in, there's a ton of options. Night Stalker is good for extra discipline. Cold Awake is good, which is slow. Awareness is good. You're going to play a kiting game, you're going to try to get hit as little as possible, so that high dodge chance is going to be up relatively fast. Steady aim, ambush, hot pursuit, all options that you can take. If you, for instance, don't take strafe, but you take impale or rapid fire, then brooding is also a good option, because you're going to be standing still relatively often and you'll get some extra life regeneration. This is pretty much fill-inable for your own personal preference, and that's something I always like in builds and setups. You can customize it to your own needs and your own playstyle. So we're gonna end this video with a little bit of playthrough from Rift. We're gonna do this in T3. Turn on some music, show you a bit of the playstyle. And thank you for watching the guide. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, or reply to the topics and threads that I'm bound to be making on all the forums. And enjoy. I hope this works, and I hope this helps you guys out. Cheers.